Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live stream today. Thank you all so much for joining up. Keisha, George, and Bill W. Let's go, though, guys. The market so far today is actually looking pretty bad still. I mean, the market's still really low. You can see, obviously, we're having some red come back in here to AMD. We're probably going to see the SPY moving back down as well. So overall today is probably going to be another red day, but I know a lot of people are hoping that we might see some nice upwards price action here over the next couple days. I know a lot of people have been kind of waiting for that pop back to the upside. So I hope that that happens for a lot of people. But man, these tech stocks are just still getting hit today. Like looking at Apple, they're actually doing okay compared to some of these other stocks in the market though. Oh man, my Thinkorswim closed on me overnight. Let me reopen that in the background, but nonetheless, though, Apple still is having a crazy day. Let me see Palantir here. Like some of these growth plays like Palantir are still just breaking lower. We have Zoom. Zoom's holding its ground and coming up a little bit. Meta fell down again, though, which sucks to see. I didn't want to see anything like that happen with good old Meta, but yeah, I appreciate all you guys joining up today again. Seriously, thank you, Neighbor J now. Good morning. Hopefully you guys are having a good day in the market, but yeah, let me know what you guys are playing. Are you guys getting puts? Are you guys playing stuff to the upside? Just let me know and we can take a nice little look at that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys joining up today. Just let me know what you are watching. Actually looking at a play really quickly here. Got some shorter term stuff going on. Let me see. Just got to look my position here. Very nice. Alrighty. Yeah, poor AMD today. Still going lower. Crazy to see these chip stocks still breaking down. We still have SPY holding its ground today. Looking at my watch list, though, overall to the downside, looks like we have Square back down. Asana's been moving down here, at opened in a pretty big way. RUN is down this morning. AMC, MGM. Man, everything's turning down. Not again. What's turning up today? Maybe Microsoft and Apple? Oh, no, now Microsoft's joining in. This is not good, guys. Microsoft joining in, Apple. Apple's actually looking pretty good compared to most stocks today, but ooh, that move on Microsoft was rough. Glad to see Kraft Heinz holding its ground today. Kraft Heinz. Can't believe they're holding, even holding their ground here. Sorry about that, guys. Wow, these are some pretty crazy stocks this morning. All over the place. Like some are up, some are down. It's honestly very mixed across the board. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I keep having that damn cough again. Hey, good morning, Shelly. Good morning, Rambo. Hey, nice name, Rambo. Besides the sixes, I like it. Good morning, Elias. Thanks for joining up. But yeah, just let me know what stocks you guys are watching. Are you guys day trading anything today? If you are, let me know what you are seeing here in the market, because today, so far for me, it's been very mixed, but I'm seeing a few key stocks moving back down, like AMD. Also still see a few moving back up, though, kind of like mRNA and some of the oil stocks. Here's mRNA popping back up today. We have CVX up in the green with ZOM. So interesting to see oil kind of back on the rise. I also noticed this morning so far that banks are actually holding up pretty well. So not a bad hold by banks. Let's see, WBD. Ooh, hey, they're moving down. Poor WBD. Let's see that on the daily. Ugh. Not what you want. Definitely not what you want to see. How about Netflix? Yeah, even Netflix is falling back off. Guys, look at this daily chart of Netflix. This is looking brutal. I feel like we could see a pretty good, maybe like drop back down, retest of those lows down there. If not go even lower. Honestly, I could see it probably breaking low, even lower than the low down here. Netflix is low. They pretty much double bottomed right at 164. So that'll be a big level. We're still at 217. So if we go down and retest those lows, we'll pretty much fill this little like gap here back down. Wouldn't be surprised if it happened either. I cannot believe how crazy this market's getting, guys. It is getting insane, and I just cannot believe day after day we get these terrible articles like Dow's down 1,200 points. Worst day since 2020. June of 2020, I believe it was. That is just insane. Cannot believe that's happening like that. That is just absolutely insane. What do we have here with Ford? Ford outlines EV investment structure for its dealers as it chases Tesla-like profit. Interesting article there. They're asking 3,000 dealers to invest upwards of $1 million for upgrades to sell all electric vehicles. Wow. That is insane. I'm sure dealers love hearing $1 million. Man, that seems like quite a bit for some of these dealers. If the dealers have been making like millions every year, it's not a bad thing, but cool. He says we're betting on the dealers. We're not going to go direct, but we need to specialize. It's pretty big here. The new Ford Lightning. Why Ford Mustang's EV is dethroning its competitors. I know we keep talking about Ford over the past couple weeks, and I figured I'd mention them again because they're not looking bad. Like I know their stock's looking bad, but I've been really liking what I've been hearing about Ford and everything like that, and they have been kind of popping up the past couple months, although now they're coming down with everything else, but figured I'd mention good old Ford there. Keisha says J&J's popping back. Elias has Oxy calls. Nice, Elias. Very nice. Those Oxy calls are probably doing great for you. Looking at that 5-minute chart, looks awesome. So, yeah, so far so good for you, Elias. If this keeps popping up today, we'll have to give you some W's in the chat. Oh, Keisha says J&J's popping back, though. Johnson & Johnson. Very nice. Glad to see that one popping back up. Sean says GM. Man, not looking good, Sean. I don't know if you're saying good morning, Sean, or if you're saying General Motors, but either way, both of them are scary. Keisha says S-Bucks is ripping, though. Nice, Keisha. Wow, that is a big breakout on S-Bucks, actually. Dang, it's actually breaking out above the high of the week. Is this in anticipation of, wow, is this going up ahead of pumpkin spice latte season, Keisha? What's happening here? Wow, this is cool. What's weird about Starbucks is that my girlfriend has actually bought Starbucks probably like, I don't know, I feel like almost every day lately she's been getting Starbucks. She's gonna make me go broke with all the Starbucks she's buying, but but no, seriously though. Yeah, I cannot believe this, Sean. Like, what's going on with Starbucks? It broke out above this $90 resistance. I mean, this is not the type of chart for this market. Like, I don't know what's happening with this. I gotta go look at the news on Thinkorswim. Damn, they actually Starbucks raised their 3-year guidance, and Wow, there's sales here. This is big, guys. Starbucks raises 3-year guidance on sales and earnings growth. Dang, look at that. Wow. That is actually insane. I gotta screenshot that and post that in the Discord. Wow. That is insane for Starbucks. I cannot believe that their chart's looking like this week whenever the market's been looking so rough. Like, that is an insane move. You go, Starbucks. keep doing your magic. I like it. This must be pumpkin spice season coming in. No, I'm just joking. But seriously, Sean, I should have been buying some of this lately. I've been kind of like waiting for Starbucks, but of course, you know, there's so many stocks that have been low lately. Dang, I knew Starbucks would have been one of the better ones, though. Should have pulled that trigger on that with the shares. Instead, I buy Meta, and look at what that's done. Instead, I buy Meta, and that one dies, so. Oh, Meta's a tough one. Meta better, they better start doing better over the next couple months. Sean Corner says, Starbucks union talk kind of turned me off of trading them. You know, that is true. I was seeing a lot of news with them regarding that over the past couple months, and I that also has been worrying me. And it's been worrying me with other companies too, not just Starbucks. I've been seeing it with Amazon, tons of other companies. But yeah, that is a one worry about them, Sean, is if there is that unionization news, it can definitely hurt them. But I don't know. Starbucks is so big. I mean, unionizing probably won't be the end of them, but we'll have to see. Mike Chang says, hey, Tom, can I get a new slogan from you? From bliss to piss. That's a pretty good one, Mike. I kind of like it. Bliss to piss. You know, I think that's exactly what happened here in the market over the past couple weeks. That is exactly what's been happening here. I will say, guys, we got to see this thing on the SPY, this big trend line that we're sitting on. I think you guys will like this. This is pretty spot on here. So look at this trend line on SPY. I'm going to leave it here for a couple minutes, but look at this insane movement here. It's bounced off of this like 4 or 5 times now, and we're touching right on it as we speak. Now, it looks like SPY is having a lot of trouble just blasting down through this level, so we have to be a little bit careful with this SPY trend line here. We could end up bouncing up off of this, but what I will say is that with the way this trend line's looking here, if we fall down below it, I think SPY could possibly have a crazy sell-off. So we got to be careful of this, guys. It could start crashing down if we have that move down through this level, but then also down through support as well, right around 392. That's really what I'm eyeing up there. But yeah, SPY is just sitting here right on support. So we have to see if it can break this or not. And Iranical says, good morning. Thoughts on AMD next support? Awesome. Nice stock there. AMD definitely moving down today, at least so far. We'll have to see where it ends up, but so far, moving down into the red. On the 1 hour chart, we're getting pretty close to a pretty key support down around $76, it looks like. There's definitely some support there right around 76, kind of like where we're bouncing right now. But what I will say is that AMD looks pretty bearish here, like it might come down and retest support around 72. I could also see maybe support around 74 being hit. So there is a few levels coming up, but 76 is going to be the main one to look at today. Iranical, so nice job there. Looks like it is kind of popping back up here on the 1 minute ever so slightly, which, you know, I'd prefer not to see it come up, but it is what it is. Not looking terrible. But yeah, AMD is going to be a wild one. It's been down a lot, and I could personally see it going lower. It might take a couple more days, though. That's the small issue with AMD right now. If you're in it. But I still like it down overall, looking pretty good. Just broke a key support last night at 78. Hopefully we can get a bigger drop down now that that broke. Mike Chang says, I know I always say never frown, average down. But geez, I don't have the confidence to do that anymore. I need a new strategy in this market. Yeah, you know, Mike, that is a good, you know, never frown, average down is awesome. But you're right, this type of market is kind of nuts. What I will say is that as far as confidence goes in this market, it's going to be pretty tough to, you know, get a lot of the confidence back. But what I will say is that I think that the market can still do pretty well over the next maybe like 6 months or so. I think we could easily turn this downtrend back around. But yeah, it's going to take a little while. Obviously, everything with the Feds right now is the main thing hitting us. So once the Feds get inflation under control and stuff, it will start to get a little bit better. But I'm not sure that, you know, some people contemplate we might never get inflation under control. So I don't know. It's getting scary out there, Mike. That's for sure. What I would say, instead of averaging down, just average in. You know, I still think averaging down is good. You just can't do too much at once. That's the issue there. Yeah. Oh, Keisha. I like Keisha's term, guys. Suck it up and average up. That one sounds funny. I like that one, Keisha. Oh, I like that. That's pretty good, actually. I can't lie. What's interesting, though, SPY is kind of popping up here today, guys. It's moving off of the trend line that we talked about. Looking at that 1 hour chart, SPY is holding right on that trend line and not looking bad, so that is funny, though, Keisha. Mike, I think that's got to be the new term here. Suck it up and average up. I feel like we had something going on with buttercups mixed in there, too. Keisha likes the way Tessie's looking. Good old Tessie, huh? TSLA, let's see. Dang, it is up in the green today. Wow. Broke up above that little intraday resistance from yesterday slightly, but still sitting like kind of right on that resistance between 297 and 298. Definitely a big level there on Tessie, but wow. Nice to see Tessie coming back. I know a lot of stocks have been popping back since market open, so that's good. They all kind of fell down right at open, but now they're starting to come back up into the green a little bit more. But guys, don't forget to smash that like button today. That would really help us out, of course, and it helps YouTube push the streams a little bit more. So if you haven't done so yet, please smash that like button. It would definitely help out here today. And who knows, maybe if you hit the like button, we'll get some good karma, and maybe some of these stocks will start to come back for us. But right now, still looking like a brutal day, like AMD, Nvidia, those types of stocks are still looking kind of brutal. Let's see the retailers: Walmart, Target, Costco. Target's not looking good. Costco's moving down. Oh, I don't want to see that. LLY. How about Shopify? How are they looking? What about Spotify? Ooh, Spotify is another one down in the red. Look at that daily on Spotify. Dang, Spotify. Joe Rogan and Kim K couldn't help you. Oh, man. I remember when Spotify was going nuts a couple years ago on Joe Rogan getting his podcast on there. That made him go nuts. And then Kim K, I think, started a show, and then Spotify went insane. But look at the daily chart of Spotify. Just terrible drops and moving back to the downside. That is insane. That is insane. Mike Chang says, Keisha's been killing it lately. I should definitely take her advice. Yeah, Mike, I mean, she really has been. Might not be a bad idea to, you know, if you hear her say something, definitely, I guess, take it more seriously. Tough to explain that, but yeah, I guess I would just take it more seriously. Keisha, what are you watching today? I know earlier she said Starbucks was ripping. Let's see if it's still been going. Still doing pretty good. Starting to slow down a little bit, but Definitely had a nice breakout here today, that's for sure. Keisha says, take it with a grain of salt and vinegar. Oh, man. I didn't mean it like that, Keisha. Oh, that's funny. Xbox says, just be greedy when others are fearful, or be fearful when others are greedy. Go Warren Buffett, LOL. Xbox, I think you hit it on the head there. Honestly, like right now, that because everybody's starting to get scared, it's seriously becoming the best time to buy, guys. It is. And if you're in positions, I don't think I'd sell now. I would just average in a little bit. The issue is we can never call the bottom. That's the thing. So you have to be able to keep on averaging in. Like you have to month over month or week over week just keep putting it in, or else it won't work. You know, that's the issue. And you can't do it with options either. It has to be done with shares because options always expire. It might take a year before these things go up. It really might. So you know, with the options, I wouldn't average into those. Those are all about timing, in my opinion. Options is a timing game. You have to seriously be able to time things up perfectly. If not perfectly, semi-perfectly. At least close. Keisha says, average in of the win. Oh, that's funny. Oh, now she took it away. I shouldn't have said it. That's funny. Average in of the win. Oh, okay. Average in for the win. There we go. Nice, Keisha. I saw the message too quickly. It's funny. Wow, Tessie's still not looking bad today, though, Keisha. Still not looking bad. Xbox says 0 is the absolute bottom average. Yeah, I guess it is. 0. But yeah, guys, just let me know what stocks you guys are watching. And of course, like I said, don't forget to smash that like button. That would really help us out here today. But going back to my own watch list here, I noticed that the oil plays are still doing extremely well today. Like Oxy, ZOM, CVX, they're all looking good. CCJ, UUUU, looking hot again, which is great. Yeah, CCJ's not looking bad today. We have UUUU looking good. I love that ticker, guys. UUUU. I love saying that one. I think that one is a funny one. Sorry about that. But yeah, my watch list is very mixed, mainly with oil up at the top. I will say Apple is still holding up in the green quite well. They're still holding up today pretty well. I bet SPY's holding up. Yeah, SPY's starting to bounce, guys, off support. Let's look at that 1 hour chart. SPY is still right on the trend line, guys. Like, seriously, right on the trend. Take this trend how you guys want. Personally, I feel like the trend will get broken to the downside. I don't know how long we're going to pop up off of the trend before that break to the downside happens. But I definitely see it happening sometime soon. Sometime soon. Crazy setup, though. You know what we haven't looked at in a while is good old Mickey D's. You know, it's been a long time since we've looked at Mickey D's on the channel. Let's see how they look here. Because usually they hold up pretty well, and they are holding up decent. Especially if we look at that daily chart. Yeah, I mean, Mickey D's. I'll take that. I will say McDonald's has been one of the most consistent stocks over the past like 10 years. Just very consistent movement, consistently to the upside. Gotta love that. Gotta love it with Mickey D's. Let's see the weekly. Wow. Pretty insane, guys. Wow. Some people like to say it's time for this to happen. I feel like that's what everybody's saying right now, is that we're going to see something like this go on with stocks. I mean, look at that, guys. That's an insane drop, but I know that's insane, but I've been seeing so many analysts and stuff lately saying that like our economy is just going to implode and we're going to have another depression and all this stuff. Some are saying depression now. Obviously not all of them, but everybody's saying that we're going to have a recession and probably have still terrible movement on stocks over the next year probably. I've seen so many people lately forecasting this. Even big banks like Bank of America and these big banks and stuff have been coming out and saying that they think that the market can do bad here in the short term. Sherry K says Nvidia needs some upside. $3. Let's see. NVDA. Yeah, it definitely does need some upside, but I hope it doesn't happen, Sherry. I have some puts. Shh. It definitely does need some upside, though, Sherry. That's for sure. Xbox says, LOL, you didn't read the entire comment. All right, let's see. 0 is the absolute bottom. Average, how you can. Average, how you can. Yep. Average, how you can. It's like a tongue twister there. Xbox, you got me today. My COVID brain is fried from your statement. Wow, guys, I see actually a stock that's going to blow your minds. It's SoFi, or Sophie, is looking pretty good today. There we go. Get up there, Sophie. I hope they can get up and break about $6.10. That would be a pretty nice move. Would not be bad. Apple and Microsoft. Come on, stocks. They're trying, guys. They're trying to move. Oh, wow. JP Morgan maintains overweight rating on Starbucks and they raise the price target to $100. That's actually pretty good. Take that any day of the week from JP Morgan about Starbucks. That's another part of the reason why they're up as much as they are. Guys, I will be right back. I am sorry. These allergies are going insane right now. Or I shouldn't say allergies, I guess COVID, but just give me 1 minute. I will be right back. I'm going to throw up a nice chart of Starbucks here. It looks like it's back on the uptrend. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 or 2 minutes and don't go anywhere. All right, sorry about that, guys. I am back, though. I appreciate you all sticking with me there, but yeah, Sherry says, all right, pop, then drop, and we'll both be happy on NVIDIA or AMD. Yeah, definitely right about that one, Sherry. Hopefully it does both of them for us. George says, Tesla is pumping up. Let's see, is it? Wow. Dang, Tesla. They're recovering back. I will say they're sitting right at $300 though, so gotta watch 300 as a big resistance, but dang. Nice move, Tesla. We'll take that. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. Xbox says, at least you're not reciting Eminem lyrics, lol. Hey, I just might be soon. You know, Slim Shady. He's in here. I used to love those old Eminem songs like Slim Shady. Stuff like that. I like that one quite a bit. Good old Slim Shady. Let's see what we have here on the watch list again, though. Still, Moderna is still up right around the top. It's actually holding up pretty well. Wow, look at these green candles coming into Moderna. Not bad. Definitely not bad, Moderna. We'll take that. Kraft Heinz still looking pretty good today, too. You know, Roblox is up on the watch list. Look at this. Roblox is up in the green. This ain't too bad. It's got a long way to go back to the highs of yesterday morning and pre-market, but still, I mean, I'm glad to see these stocks recovering back. You know, I hope DraftKings is up. Oh, man. Come on. Come on, DraftKings. Come on now. We know you want to try and go up more. What else is moving? There's got to be some other stuff going up, right? I mean, there's got to be something moving up today. Maybe just oil? No? Oil doesn't want to move up now. CRM or Salesforce doesn't look bad. Not too bad. See the daily of them. Oh, now it looks bad. Some of these daily charts lately are insane, guys. The way the stocks are down right now. It is insane. Uh-oh. SPY's looking scary now. All right, all right. Come on, SPY. Hold your ground. I think it can today. I mean, we're sitting like right on that 1 hour chart. Right on the trend line. It is perfectly on the trend. So I would expect at least some upwards movement like we're seeing. Although, like I said earlier, I'm kind of waiting for a breakdown, but hey, we can play it up until that happens. Mike Chang says, Eminem is the GOAT. That's awesome. Sean Cornish says, what do you think of WTI, Tom? WTI, West Texas Intermediate Crude Oil Cash. Interesting. Crude oil, WTI. I don't know. This one's tough. This one's tough, Sean. I mean, it's following just the price of crude, it almost looks like, to a T. As far as the chart. Is crude at 88 right now? Let me go see CL futures. Okay, it's really close. It's kind of pretty much like a... It's pretty much like an oil chart. I would say personally... This is a good question, Sean, actually. Because oil's like right on this support / resistance here. Like I said, it's just following futures, so let's go look at those. You know, looking at oil futures, I would think that oil could fall a little bit lower here, but what I will say is that we're sitting right on support. Like 80 bucks is a huge support. We had a huge bounce up off of that 80 support on crude oil as well. And with us going into the winter season, I have a weird feeling we might see prices start to jump back up again as demand maybe tanks off a little bit, but I don't know. We'll have to see though. It's kind of insane, but I know that sounds weird. Demand going down, making oil go down, but you know, they might have to like raise prices at that point because you know they're not profiting. Xbox says no one could win a rap battle with Eminem. Yeah, I think you're right. You know, I think you're right about that. I'm not sure any. You know, Machine Gun Kelly tried, and he tried to win a rap battle with Eminem, and Eminem turned him into a punk singer. Eminem turned him into a slave for what's her name? I don't even know all about it, but something they even like drank each other's blood or something. Eminem and or not Eminem, Machine Gun Kelly and dang, what's her name? Megan Fox, I think. That's funny, guys. Keisha says Amazon looks like a mirror to SPY. Yeah, it usually does move pretty close to the SPY. Let's see the correlation. Wow, the correlation to SPY is 0.93 on Amazon. So that means that it moves almost spot on. 1 is the closest you can get. For example, AMD, their correlation to the SPY is way different. 0.89. You look at like Walmart. There's a 0.66, so it's insane how these stocks have different correlations, but yeah, you're right, Keisha. That one is like one of the most correlated to the SPY. Mike Chang says the market's too volatile even to play SPXS. Yeah, it is. You know, that is tough. I will say SPXS isn't really even down much at all from yesterday, though. I will say SPXS could still be pretty good if the market falls. Like, if the market drops, SPXS is going to go up no matter what. So we got to see if SPY can start falling down through this trend line or not, which today it looks like it's holding up. So, yeah, be careful with SPXS today, that's for sure. Probably going to see SPY move up a little bit here since it moved so far down. Neighbor Jay says, no, let's tank SPY down to under 360 again. Then it can go up. You know, honestly, I would not be upset if the SPY went down, but I'm with you. I hope it goes down then back up as well. I'm with you, neighbor. Keisha says, still holding my wheat. If it breaks 8.7, I am out. WEAT. If it breaks down below 870, she's gone. So, nice, Keisha. I'm still glad that you're doing well on it so far, though. That daily chart of wheat is awesome. I will say, like, looking at the daily, Keisha, I think you might be onto something with this one. It's looking very good. I actually really like this setup here. And even with the market going crazy, wheat can go up. So I love that. I love that about this stock. Xbox says MGK kept complimenting Eminem and Rap Devil. It's pretty funny because he's supposed to diss him and make him look bad, but it basically backfired. That's funny, Xbox. I thought that both of their songs were kind of stupid back then, but let's see. Mike Chang says thoughts on swinging SQQQ. SQQQ. It's kind of like SPXS. Um, yeah, I mean it's pretty much like SPXS. I would say, Mike. It's not bad. It's just like when is the market gonna drop? That's my question. Like how much green are we gonna have before we start falling back down? Because I feel like we will fall back down. The question is how much uptrend are we gonna have before this happens? So I could see I could see it kind of falling back down there, down below some of these crazy levels. Like honestly, I'm waiting for SPY to go under 392 again. Once that happens, I think that we'll see a crazy sell-off, but we just have to wait for it. Sean says, what's Palantir's SPY correlation? Palantir's is 0.71, so not the worst, actually. It's pretty correlated compared to... It probably is surprising, but like Walmart is less correlated than Palantir is, which is funny. Let's go look at something else, maybe. Let's see, in the market. Like Starbucks, for example. That one's 0.81 to the SPY. Starbucks kept going up today, guys. 5.3% now. Let's go. Let's go. That is huge on Starbucks. Starbucks somehow is not on my watch list either. Like, I will say my watch list keeps like deleting stuff off of it. Oh, you guys ever have that happen? Keeps happening to me. Especially on Thinkorswim. That's where it happens. Wow, this move on Starbucks is insane. Look at this, guys. Starbucks is still going. Like, this is insane. There it goes. Up 93, 5.9% today. Like, let's go. It's pumpkin spice season. I love that. I think that's hilarious with Starbucks, the pumpkin spice. That is funny. Mike Chang says, I've had a better year with my sports bookie than my broker. You know, I'm honestly not surprised, Mike. I'm not surprised. I sometimes on baseball games, I could probably guess like 10 baseball games in a row correctly, I feel like. With betting just the money lines. It's actually insane. Raymond Lee says, is GM still a good short at this time? You know, I kind of like these stocks like GM and Ford to the upside. You know, in the short term though, I would say a short is definitely not bad for General Motors. But I would say for the longer term, I think GM could do pretty well. I think they could do pretty well. General Motors, I think it's a pretty good stock, good company. I mean, lots of people like it. I know that doesn't mean it's going to go up, but what I will say is that the earnings have not been terrible. Looks like they've been pretty mixed. I will say, though, the stock has been performing pretty well, and they're pretty far off their lows, which is nice, even though they are coming down right now. I will say it's not my favorite stock. I like Ford better, but then again, I don't think that really matters all that much. Both companies will probably do decently well, and they usually move in sympathy with each other, so. But nonetheless, though, I like the stock for the long term. I think it'll do pretty well. This one is definitely a long-term play for me, though. I would not try to time this one up for a nice pop or anything like that. I think it's just too volatile, and these car companies seem to always have some type of crazy news come out, so. That's my worries, Raymond. They always have crazy news. Like, you'll see production delays. You know, they'll come out randomly one day. We're delaying production because of semiconductors, or, you know, people are buying less cars because of the high cost of gas, or, you know, and there's all types of weird stuff with car companies that end up coming out all the time. Sometimes good, though, which helps. Neighbor Jay says, SPY dropping out of the wedge. Broke down below 394. Did it? Is it down below, though? Oh, yeah, maybe a little wedge here. I will say, though, right now, SPY is still up above the pink trend line. Still above the trend, which is good. Well, I guess it's good, but yeah, it is starting to come down now. We'll have to see how this moves. Definitely looking bearish. Not looking good here right now, especially over the past couple minutes. Iranical says, believe it or not, DraftKings is green. What? Yeah, I know. Neighbor scared me too, Keisha. Scared me. There we go. I'll take DraftKings green. That definitely helps me out any day of the week. If Meta and DraftKings go green, I'd be so happy, but Meta looks like it ain't happening. Man, I bought 50 shares of Meta last week at like 167 or 168. Let's just say it didn't go well. But, you know, that's the name of the game. You're averaging in. I average in just slightly, you know, one day early. But this thing still selling off, breaking lows now. Almost back down to the COVID low. I do like Meta, though. I like Meta, and I really like what they're talking about doing with augmented reality and the metaverse and all that stuff. Looks like, though, it's hurting the stock short term. Keisha says, can you believe I was actually in Starbucks but sold yesterday when it broke 89 and thought I was going to have time to jump back in. I was watching it like a hawk yesterday. Thought I would have time. Yeah, I know, Keisha. I know that feeling. Yeah, it rocketed up. It opened today in just such a crazy way. Just straight up exploded, but man, I'm glad you did pretty good though, Keisha. I'm glad you sold and it broke 89 at least. Looks like you sold at the high of day yesterday, which was good. Yeah, that is a crazy pop though. 6%. Great news from them today. I mean, that's just, they had a great news with JPM upgrading them, and then they raised their guidance. Like, that's just awesome for them. I'm pissed I didn't buy this stock now. It's all right though. Hey, is there a sound stuck for you guys on right now? My my software here is showing me that there's like a sound coming through my desktop. Is that true, or like hopefully you guys don't hear anything. I don't think you do, but Neighbor J says SPY 392 incoming IMO. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it happening. We're starting to turn over in a pretty good way here. Turning over. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. AMD looks just like SPY, which is good. SPY's moving down. We're going to have to see what can happen here, but this is not looking good. Do not like this at all. Below 393 today on SPY is what I'm waiting for. Hopefully we see a nice drop below 393. Then we can hit 392. That'd be awesome. All right, good, Xbox. Good, good. They said they can only hear me, so that's good. My the streaming software here shows that there's like audio coming through like the desktop, but it's like glitched out. I can tell it's like glitched, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, thanks, Keisha. Yeah, Neighbor J put a nice heart there. Nice. The SPY needs that like little patch that's on that heart right there. SPY needs a patch to come in and stop the bleeding. It's pretty crazy the sell-off going on. Let's go ahead and eye up maybe some stuff on the internet today. See if we can get some good articles, but if you guys want me to cover any last minute stocks or any last minute sectors or anything like that, let me know and we can eye those up. Just let me know which ones you want to look at. But for right now, looking at some of this news today, I know we talked about Union a little bit earlier with Starbucks. I know Sean said that scared him a little bit with his investments, and I know we brought up Amazon during that, and now we see articles coming out about Amazon's Union election. So pretty crazy. It looks like that's going to begin in October. So that might end up hurting Amazon ever so slightly over the next however long. But talking about Amazon, they're moving back down here, guys. SPY's moving lower. Amazon's coming down. Not what you want to see here out of the SPY, that's for sure. See that 1 hour chart. Yeah, looking brutal here. Dang, guys. This is not good. $392.60 now to the downside. Wow. We're almost down to 392. Wow. Neighbor J might hit us right on the might hit it perfectly there. Sean says, don't be pissed, Tom. Hey, I'm only pissed at Starbucks. It's okay. You know what? I hate it whenever you have like the issue is that my list of stocks is so large, like I cannot possibly buy all of them. I can't possibly buy all of them. So like looking at Starbucks right now, it's just like it's like damn it, you know, like it's like of course one of them on the list went up, but like I can't buy all of them, so it's like it's got me pissed. But that's the market, you know, that's what the market is. It's what it does. Instead, I buy Meta and yeah. Meta looks great. DraftKings, Corsair, AI, Craft, of course. Got a big list of stocks. Neighbor Jay says, I only hear that raspy COVID voice. That's a good one. That was pretty good, neighbor. I gotta give you that one. That was a pretty good one. Oh, that's funny. Let's see what else CNBC has here for us. Remember, we have CNBC Pro now, so we can go ahead and see all these crazy, I guess I would say crazy articles. Why young investors should focus on passive funds, says This Time Money Manager. Huh. According to Booth, young investors have unrealistic expectations, often focusing on short-term strategies rather than longer-term objective. Although more boring in nature, passive funds could have a better payoff in the long run than active trading when taking into account added fees, Booth said. I would agree with that. You know, I think longer-term stuff is definitely needed. The issue is that people just get into stocks that are extremely risky rather than getting, you know, like the proven stocks like Starbucks, Apple, Microsoft, stocks like that. And you know, we can see it even right now. You know, Starbucks is outperforming, and you know, we have some solid companies out here doing well while the market is still kind of bad. So, you know, sometimes companies can do better. Xbox says, come on, guys, don't pick on Tom. He does these streams each day, even when he's sick. Oh, who am I kidding? Quick, everyone lay into him. Oh, man. I was going to say, man, you're giving me too much of a sympathy story there. And then at the end, you came back to reality, Xbox. Lay into him. Oh, that's funny. SPY momentarily broke down, though, below 392, guys. Look at that. That's insane. Hey, Purdy says, hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining up, Purdy. You joined up right at the end, though, I will say, about to close off the stream here. But, hey, thanks for joining up, Purdy. Glad to see you in here today. Glad to see you, and glad to see everybody. Seriously, thank you. Neighbor, Purdy, Xbox, Sean, Iranical, Keisha, Vicky, Elias, George. Appreciate everybody, seriously. Thanks for joining up. Thanks for the nice messages today. Of course, I'll be here again tomorrow. But yeah, I appreciate everybody today. I appreciate the nice jokes in the chat. I appreciate the nice fun messages today. So yeah, let's come back here tomorrow. Let's kill it, guys. So far today, SPY's been pretty rough. We're bouncing off that 392 support right now. Moved below it momentarily, but popped right back up into it. We'll have to see if these stocks are going to start recovering back up again at all, or if we're going to continue the ascent downwards. But yeah, I appreciate you guys joining up. I'll be in the Discord as always, and have a great rest of your day.